So if there's any silver lining to the coronavirus pandemic, it's that animals are being adopted at record rates. Pets improve our lives in so many ways, but they're also a big responsibility, requiring a great deal of love, care, and attention, not to mention stuff. So today we're taking a look at a roundup of specifically dog gear essentials, everything you need when you bring home your new best friend for the first time, or great upgrades to stuff that you already have. According to the American Pet Products Association, people spent over $72 billion on their pets in 2018. There's so much stuff for dogs out there, how do you know it's really worth your hard-earned money? So I'll show you my favorite dog gear that I've thoroughly tested and can recommend as high quality and great value for the money. Now, not all dog products are highly differentiated. Sometimes a water bowl is just a water bowl. So I'm going to focus on the stuff I really like, and if there's more you want to see, ask in the comments section. And by the way, the real star of this episode is Lucy, our adopted lab mix. She's crazy, but we love her very much. Okay, so let's dive in. So let's start with one of the most important things your pup needs, a comfy and safe space to call their own. Crate training is incredibly popular, and for good reason. It allows you to safely leave your doggo at home without worrying about them getting into things they shouldn't, protecting both your stuff and them from harm. So, based on a recommendation from a friend, we went with the Amazon Basics double door folding metal dog crate and have been really happy with it. Here's what I like about it. So the double doors make it easier to clean or grab stuff from inside, like the Kong we put peanut butter in to distract Lucy when we leave. I like how it folds down flat pretty easily for transport. And I also like this plastic tray that's included. So if there's any accidents, and there may be accidents, this should protect your floor from the worst of it. In terms of size, we went a little on the bigger side, but experts say it should be big enough so Fido can completely turn around inside, but not much bigger. Now let's look at the bed that goes inside the crate. So we struggled with beds when we first got Lucy. She's definitely a chewer and tore through anything soft. So for her own protection, I really didn't want some bit of foam causing a blockage anywhere. I launched a search for an indestructible, truly chew-proof dog bed. My research led me to the Cadillac of dog beds. Does anyone actually even say the Cadillac of X anymore? I don't know, but Kuranda. And made in the USA, Kuranda is the top choice of shelters everywhere because they are the most durable dog beds, period. They also have amazing customer service, which I can attest to personally. I accidentally ordered the wrong bed, set it up, and Lucy even used it for a few days. They were willing to exchange it for the correct one. I felt bad, but was so appreciative of their flexibility. So this is the Slimline Crate Bed with the heavy-duty vinyl fabric. It's specifically designed to fit snugly into the most popular crate sizes. It has shorter legs to maximize the headroom for your pup, and an overall slimmer profile than their standard line. So you'll notice that the frame is rectangular and overall smaller in footprint than the standard rounded bed. The day I got this bed, I slept better because I wasn't worried about her chewing anymore. The heavy-duty 40-ounce vinyl is great. Even when she scratches it to make her bed, as dogs do, it doesn't make the slightest dent. Is the Kuranda more expensive? Yes, but it's the last dog bed you'll ever buy. At the rate I was replacing her other beds, we would have easily surpassed what we paid for the Kuranda in a short period of time. One last tip, if you're looking for a simple way to provide water in the crate that's not too easy to spill, you might try this one from Ethical Pet. The ring holder attaches directly to the crate bars, and the bowl itself can be removed and refilled easily. Obviously, you should monitor this to make sure your pup doesn't try to chew it so they don't hurt themselves. But fortunately, Lucy leaves it alone and takes a drink every once in a while. But every dog is different, so please just take a look at that. Okay, so let's talk about going for a walk. Being forced to move and exercise is one of the greatest benefits of owning a dog, I've found, but you need the right gear before you step out the door. So let's start with the leash. There are hundreds of different leashes made out of all types of materials, so it's really hard to go really wrong, except for retractable leashes. I have a particular hatred for them. I understand that if you have mobility issues and have very small dogs that don't weigh very much, so I'm thinking about my grandma, for example, and getting tripped up on a leash might be a matter of life and death for you, it can be acceptable. But in almost every other situation, I can't recommend a retractable leash for dogs above 10 pounds that you want to have any control over during a walk. They're just not designed for that. Instead, a simple 6-foot non-retractable leash is all you really need. This one has some reflective material woven into it, which I like, and a padded handle, which is nice when Lucy decides to take off in a different direction from where I'm heading. I also like the D-ring at the top for a poop bag holder, which is a nice secure way to attach it to the leash. While we're on the subject, this stash bag, as they call it, is from Roughwear. I really like this thing. My brother got it for me for Christmas, and I'll never go back to the cheap plastic poop bag dispensers I used before. I love how it securely attaches to the leash in 2 different places, so it doesn't flop around like crazy while in an all-out sprint, which is another huge drawback to the old plastic pill-shaped thingies. Because my running shorts don't have pockets, and I'd rather not worry about my keys flying out of my pocket, even if they did, I love sticking my house keys inside, so there's a dedicated key hook, and tightly zipping the bag shut. There's definitely room for a few other small items inside, and while not waterproof, there's some mild protection from light rain. Pro tip, at some point in your dog-owning life, despite your very best efforts and intentions, your dog will poop somewhere, and you will have run out of bags. So I keep an emergency bag for just those situations folded up in the outside front pocket. Now let's talk about those waste bags, a term more suitable for polite society than poop bags, I suppose. After trying some from several different brands, we finally landed on those ones from Amazon Basic. They are very inexpensive when purchased in bulk, and although nothing about plastic is eco-friendly, unfortunately, these have been treated with EPI additive, which is supposed to make them biodegradable in a much shorter time span than traditional plastic bags. And if you're not sold on the Roughwear stash bag, they do come with one of those dumb plastic dispensers I was talking about earlier. Now, when it comes to the walk experience, I've saved the best for last. When we first got Lucy, walks were crazy. She dragged us along, straining against her collar, and it wasn't fun for anyone. So we sought the counsel of some good friends who successfully trained their dogs not to pull on walks. And what was their secret? The gentle leader, of course. What is it? It's basically a head collar that adds some additional control to the walk by gently redirecting your pup's head back to you if they start to pull. Essentially, it makes it so Lucy can't as easily put her full weight against pulling forward, and if she does, it gently turns her attention back to you for instruction, which is how it should be. Or it just makes her neck muscles super strong. I'm not sure yet exactly what the result is, but either way, with a gentle leader and some obedience classes, there's a night and day difference. So while I think she'd make a fantastic sled dog, your daily stroll is not the Iditarod. Also, you don't have to figure out how to make the transition on your own. There's a helpful DVD, if you still have a DVD player lying around somewhere, that comes with it showing how to fit it to your dog properly. Then it shows you how to train your dog to walk with it. It's very inexpensive gear that can make a big difference. So, you just got back from an amazing walk, and now it's dinner time, which is Lucy's favorite time. Lucy is very food motivated, to use a technical term. Aren't we all, right? She loves food so much that she was scarfing it down without even really chewing. So I thought to myself, I wonder if there's some stuff out there that can help with this. And sure enough, there is. This is the Slow Feeder Dog Bowl by Outward Hound. They come in different colors and designs, but the idea is that they minimize scarfing by only allowing access to a certain amount of kibble at a time. You can see how, especially towards the end, she really has to hunt around and position herself to get at the kibble. She still eats crazy fast, but it's definitely an improvement. So, mealtime is over and your furry friend has had a chance to digest. Time to play. Yeah, I've actually made that mistake before, by the way. Not waiting long enough. What a mess. Anyways, so what toys are best for playtime? So Lucy is a destroyer of toys. Like an expert interrogator, she quickly finds the weakest point and starts tearing it apart. So we went through a few rounds of cute stuff that she disemboweled very quickly. So then we went so far on the other end of the indestructible spectrum that she didn't really enjoy playing with them at all. But we found a great compromise in these toys from GoDog. Out of all the toys we've tried, these are the ones she plays with the most and have endured the longest. She likes making them squeak, but hasn't been able to tear them apart, despite her best efforts. Highly recommend. Lastly, what if you want to take your dog for a ride in the car and want to protect your seats while also providing a more comfortable journey for your pup? This dog hammock goes in the back seat and not only keeps dirt contained and minimizes the risk of scratching up leather, but it also eliminates the chance of your dog falling down into the footwell area in the case of a sudden stop. We've tested it on a 13-hour car ride, and with Lucy's bed back there, she's comfortable and enjoys having her own space. So that about sums up the list of dog gear essentials. There's so many other amazing products out there for dogs, but hopefully this will help lay a great foundation for a happy life with your furry best friend. You can find everything I mentioned in the description. And if there's other dog products you'd recommend, leave them in the comments below so that everyone can benefit from learning about them. Thank you so much for watching, and go enjoy that time with your dog. Thanks.